everybody. Welcome to Moving Forward with Audrey Now. This is your healing podcast. I am Audrey. Today we are going to do ENKI and ENLIL Part 2. I apologize for missing a couple of days. Let us say I had technical difficulties with even reaching my own YouTube channel. Thank you immensely to Mario Obori of squarepaws.com because he took time, energy, effort, and heart to help me get here and move forward. He is amazing. Plus, which his work is astounding. And if you like cats, I love cats, as does he. He has some of the best accoutrement for cats. Squarepaws.com. Mario Arbore, Arbore. So thanks to him, I am back. And everything went well in Costa Rica. Not in Costa Rica, I live in Costa Rica, in Panama. And before I get really into this podcast, let me give you someone's phone number. If you are going to Panama, and if you're going to Bocas del Toro, and you go to Boca Colon, the first island, Colon, and you choose by any chance to stay at a hostel, which is what I did, I am going to give you the phone number for Jesway. That's his name. Hold on, I am finding it on my phone. I need a moment here. And he is at, where is he at? Not there. Oh, not there. Oh, where did I put it? Let's see. I must have put it in here. Just wait. So he runs. He's actually, I think, doing someone a favor. It might be called Boca Surf. It might be called Bocas, Bocas, Surf. That's what these little islands are called. It might be called Aquamala, which means bad water, so I don't really understand that. And his phone number, where is his phone number? Now I can't find his phone number. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me go find it so that I can give it to you properly and you can reach him, because it is a hostel, so it's not a big fancy room, but it's nice, it's clean, the price is extremely fair. It's a really good deal. You get a kitchen that you could make your own food in, which I like because I do, and all of that kind of thing. And I am sorry to be taking up this time here, but I am looking for where in the world I put this stuff so I can simply tell it to you. Okay, the number is, what is the number? Business account, that doesn't help me. The number is, oh my heavens, I can't give it to you. Okay, here's the number. It's plus 507-6810-4853. Plus 507, that means Panama. Hold on. And the number is 6810-4853. You want to speak with Jesway, Jesway. Tell him Audrey recommended that you stay at his hostel, which might be called Aquamala. They may have updated it. He also is a surfing expert and a very, very sweet guy. Also, for you young ladies, attractive. I don't know his status, so I'm just leaving that alone, and he will be helpful to you. Thank you. So, our affirmation, I needed to get that done, kept my promise that I've been meaning to keep for a few days now. I had a good time in Panama. Um, I rested. Had a great meal, looked at the beauty. It's more updated than Puerto Viejo. I don't know about all of Panama. This is Bocas del Toro, which is a mega tourist spot from everywhere. It was nice. Anyway, now onward to Enki and Enlil Part 2. So let us begin with our breathing attunement. And again, I am keeping them relatively simple so that everyone can do them and hopefully will do them. Why do you want to do breathing attunement? So you get oxygen in your system, so you energize yourself, so you keep yourself alive. So if you're tired, you can relax yourself. If you need energy, I'm not going to do Kabbalah Bhakti today, that's the bellows breath, but you can energize through breathing. You can slow your mind if you're like feeling like you're on speed, and I know what that's like because I used to take amphetamines recommended by a doctor, diet pills, way back, and whatever the dosage was supposed to be, I took more. So was I on speed? Yes. Did I know it was speed? No. Did my parents? No, we had no idea, but it was what we used to call speed. Not a way to live. Plus, then I was a kid, I was 14 and up, started at 14. And then when I moved out of college and moved out of my parents' house, I went to New York. That means Manhattan, people. That's what it means. And that used to be, I've no idea now, definitely a town on speed. You did not go slowly the way you do in Puerto Viejo. It's completely different. Florida was slow compared to New York, and that was faster in some ways than where I am now. But it's also fast here, depending if you have a car, if you have a motorcycle, very fast. So, any place you live, you can adapt it and you adapt to it on the higher levels. That's part of how to live at this time. Be aware of the energy of where you are and evolve yourself to the highest level of what that is. Use your intention, your attitude, your belief system, and breathe into it, vision it, see it, allow it, feel it, and do it. So, for our breathing attunement, we're going to breathe in. What are we breathing in? To the count of 5, hold to the count of 3, exhale to the count of 6. So I'll count it for you, and then I'm simply going to do it. You may count for yourself after I do 2 rounds. We'll do 3 more, and then allow yourself to feel into it. For all of this energy work, it isn't if you count everything and you make it exact and you fill in the boxes. That's not how it works. It works by feeling it, becoming it, allowing it, morphing into it, shifting into it. I was going to move the thing. I'm not moving the computer, and allowing yourself to be whatever appears to be the new you. So, sit comfortably, loosen your clothing. Obviously, if you need to pay attention to something in your immediate environment, do that. Keep the recording on. You can come back to this. Okay. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you count. Inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale, inhale, hold, exhale. Now pause. How do you feel? Who and how are you now compared with when you started this breathing attunement this morning? What changes do you feel or sense within yourself? Pay attention to little nuances and pay attention to something that's stronger, more obvious. Pay attention to all of it. Allow your sensitivity and your intuition to grow. In the times upon us, this is very important. Despite being in the age of Aquarius, which to me is very scientific and analytical, it's also a time of feeling our way through. More Cancerian, I acknowledge, but then that's my sign. That's always important. Otherwise, you become the robot. You become the AI. And like Data from Star Trek, Data wanted to be human and have real feelings. His brother took the feeling thing. I don't know if he ever got it. Maybe he did. I think eventually he did. But you have to know how to deal with your feelings, which is something many people do not. So our affirmation for today is, I love myself even when I think I made a mistake, and I take steps to move forward. I love myself even when I think I made what I call a mistake, and I still take steps to move forward. I love myself even when I made what I think of as a mistake, and I take steps to move forward. In those steps to move forward, make sure you are including how to correct the so-called mistake. Do you owe an apology? Do you have a phone call to make? Do you have to acknowledge something you did that was inappropriate? Do this. This is part of being an evolved being. If you have some fantasy thought that someday you will be perfect, maybe when we're in the fifth dimension and we're morphing into spirit and physicality, but at the moment, no. Everyone that I have ever met, that I have ever heard of, that I've ever read about, that I've ever seen, everyone so far has had whatever concern that could go to the next level. That's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing in the sense that there's the next thing to attain. There's the next thing to be. And you can choose right now, right here, in this very moment, that you are evolving to that step. You are. You're evolving to your next highest level. And you welcome it. It's natural. Babies organically learn how to grow, how to move, how to swallow. It's innate in us. It is innate in us as human women beings to grow. Those who choose not to are going against the grain of their actuality. So if you think that's you, immediately start looking at how you were conditioned growing up. Let me get back to ENKI and then look, because this is going to be part of it. So watch my previous podcast. I don't want to repeat what I already said. I'm not going to tell you that ENKI and ENLIL are absolute truths. I mean, who knows? This was way back, a couple of 100,000 years ago at the least, when it was said, the Anunnaki, those who from above came, or those from heaven came. That does not mean heaven, paradise from the spiritual. It just means above. So whoever we may have been then, whether it was Homo erectus, it was not Homo sapiens. They did not yet exist. Did not. According to one story of creation, we came through the Anunnaki. They had come to the earth because we had gold and other metals that they needed for their planet. They, at first, a very advanced race, as far as I know, way taller than we are. Even for the tall people, 6'5", they're taller, bigger, and definitely more scientifically advanced. We're not running yet off to a bunch of planets and terraforming them. I think we've done some stuff, by the way, but that's a whole other conversation. And then they put the Ijiji, those that work for them, to work according to the tales. And I get some of this from Greg Braden. I get some of this from Billy Carson. I get some of this from, what's his name? All right, it'll come. And a few other people. So no, I did not do original research. I did not on this. And I'd like to. I'd love to go to all those places. If you'd like to help fund this podcast, please do so. You can do so through Zelle, Zelle, 917-494-0628. Get the number from Audrey now, AUDRYENOW.com. So meanwhile, what had happened was ENKI was the one who kind of made humans. They needed, the Anunnaki realized that those that were of the Anunnaki and acting as almost slave labor were tired of it. They were going to rebel. And then the Anunnaki, ENLIL and ENKI, I'm summarizing, and that they would create something else to do this work, this drudgery, whatever, however it was at the time. Did they have machines? This is the story as I've heard it. So they made a creature, but it couldn't reproduce, so they had to keep making new creatures. So they decided to make the creature be able to reproduce. And the story I've read or seen or participated in is that they called her a goddess. They're not goddesses, they're not gods. They're more advanced scientifically than we currently are, and way more than we were then in terms of science. So lots of time when a group of beings are less scientifically advanced than another group, they start worshiping them. Big mistake. Don't worship. Respect, yes. Speak with yes. Learn what some of their shortcomings are, because chances are they have them. That's not the same as worship. And insofar as I knew, we humans have a worship gene that was turned on. So has said some of these people I have mentioned, that Hancock, that's the other guy's name. His full name will come. That's the last name. And not Greg Hancock. It'll come. Those are people to pay attention to what they are doing. And Regina Meredith, she's another brilliant person to pay attention to. So yes, women also. And we need more. And we need more people of coloration, not just white people. And I'm a white person telling you this. So with the ENLIL and ENKI, so one of the goddesses decided that she would blend. She was a geneticist. That they didn't use that, but that's what she was. Blended some of the DNA of whatever these beings were, Homo erectus, whatever they were, Pithecanus, whatever. They were not Neanderthals. We are separate from them. We are not the same thing. And we did not come from them. Scientists have proven that through genetics. And so she blended some of her DNA, some of a bunch of the other Anunnaki, which could have been any number of different beings from space. Insofar as I have studied, read, researched, not original source research. I did not do that. I would like to, but I have not done that. We have any number of different kinds of beings from elsewhere within who we are. Do most people think that? No. I don't know if you believe in Adam and Eve and a snake and a tree. That's just as bizarre as any of this. Do you think we came from animals and then suddenly became human? I don't think so. That's not what our second chromosome shows. And one of the experts on that is Greg Braden, and also physicist Nassim Haramein, and who he works with. Consult them on this. And you may also want to get into the people with the long heads. Another species that lived on the earth that is not human, different DNA, different look, different qualities, some of the same things. The two legs, the two arms, the head, the two eyes, the nose, the mouth, the ears, differently configured, but there's been a slew of us like this. We are not the only one, nor do I think we're the most superior, by the way. So if you think that, you may want to change, because that's an arrogant, ego-centered thing, not what's going to move you forward, by the way. I don't think we're the worst, definitely not the best. So back with the ENKI and ENLIL. So the female, they called her the goddess. I can't remember her last name. I don't have it in front of me. She did create this being. Whoa, look what I have created, or we have created. And it could reproduce. Did they have birth control then? Not that I know of. Could we use it now? A lot. A lot. So I will add into this. If you are sexually active and capable of making or carrying a baby, make sure you are using contraceptives if you choose to be child-free. Use appropriate birth control. It is not against the source. It is not against God. It is not against Goddess. We have, in my opinion, already too many people on the planet. That's part of why I think a lot of people from a lot of countries have refused to make babies. I think as a species, we have our own fail-safe inside. Can science prove this? I don't know. I don't care. I'm a metaphysician, and I know this stuff. If you don't like the word psychic, which I am, then use mystic, intuitive, seer. I've been called all of those words. And allow yourself to go with this. So I feel our species has realized energetically within the higher level of us, knows that we've already put too many people on the planet. We are harming the planet. Climate change may have come with humans or not, due to the different ages on the earth and in the galaxy, but humans have absolutely harmed the planet. Can we correct it? Yes. Is it up to us? Yes. Can we get help from beings extraterrestrial, some of whom still live on the planet under the ocean? I had tuned in for some people some years back in New York, actually in upstate, and I saw that there are definitely bases, that most of them are here to help us. And for those of you who get scared the minute you hear a more advanced race, be aware if they wanted to wipe us out, they could have done it. They do not need our permission. In fact, many of us feel that because of them, certain explosions, certain nuclear holocausts that could have happened on this earth was stopped. And according to an announcement myself and a wonderful woman, short name Kat, had heard, some of these ETs, this is what I heard announced. This is not me announcing this, but they had decided that our species has gone far enough into creating chaos. They were going to stop that until we grew enough emotionally, psychologically, and did not do that anymore. Meanwhile, they're not allowing us to do that. They even, according to this particular announcement, had stopped some of the way we grow and evolve. So, yuck. So, if you're feeling a little bit like you're not quite as intelligent as you may once have been, that might be true. Do I have an answer on this? Not yet. I am exploring it myself. And the areas where I have had challenge, technical stuff, you can be sure I still am. I'm doing my best not to. Grateful to Mario and anyone else who helps me, because bless you, bless you, bless you. So, Enki wanted to keep humans alive. He was proud of his creation. He liked us. And some of the Anunnaki, even it says it, quote, in the Bible, they saw the daughters of men, found them attractive, took them to wife, and procreated. And according to that, the Nephilim was what emerged. Giant of a race of giants. And have there been giants on the earth? Yes. And that means taller than 6'5", 8 feet, 10 feet. We have had skeletons. I saw pictures of them. I did not see the skeleton. Some of them have been taken away all over the planet, including in the United States. We have had many different versions of people. So Enlil did not want humans around. He wanted to kill us. They had a war, which shows you they were not gods, because gods would be of a higher level and know how to have a conversation and shift frequencies to create a peaceful way of having a disagreement and create a peaceful conclusion. That is not what happened. They had a war. I think it's still going on. It's innate within some of us humans. That is why pay attention to GKP, genetic karmic patterning, as well as epigenetics. They are different. I'll get into that in another podcast. Epigenetics, all right, is only human. Genetic karmic pattern could be any influence, not just human. And it doesn't have to be from your own family. We can pick up vibes from other people that we've hung around with for so long and have to then clear some of it and give thanks for some of it. So this is why at this point, the here and now, now here, it is vital that you take responsibility for who you are. If even 10% of our species on this earth at this time shifts their frequency up, not once in a blue moon, but regularly up. Am I working on it? Yes, I am. Am I yet where I would prefer to be? Not yet. Am I still evolving? Yes, I am an evolved soul. And it's still in process. Use that as your affirmation. I am an evolved soul and I take actions every day to benefit myself and others. And I do. So you do also. Let us all be doing this together. We all have the area we're involved in. We have the area where we may not be. Oh, I didn't show you a frequency stone. Okay, so here is a frequency stone. It's a heavy one. Look how pretty. And here is another one. You can have any of these in your home, in your profession. Get in touch with me. Let me know what you like. And I can have them shipped anywhere. You will pay the shipping as well as for the stone. So, appreciations and blessings and gratitudes. Thank you for participating. If you'd like someone else to grow and evolve, definitely, and yourself, and to help this channel, definitely press like or love, support, and share. Thank you. Meanwhile, play, 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 share, 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 win, win, win. We are all in this together. And there's no reason for any kind of war. Don't get into that. We can have peace ongoingly. Bye. Thank